Hey
Hey,
everyone, and welcome back to Frankens CCG. I am here with Corey, and we are going to discuss set 2 spoilers for what's it called again?
set two. No, I don't remember. What is the set name?
Shadows of
I'm here to be spoiled, so I don't know the set name. I know nothing.
Shadows of the Galaxy.
Yeah, that's it.
I want to say,
I we might be wrong.
I
Hey,
think,
look, I've been avoiding spoilers. I've been totally avoiding spoilers. I've been paying attention. I think it is Shadows of the Galaxy, though.
yeah, it is. Okay, so it's it's been interesting. It's interesting times. It's very interesting.
Oh,
And we start with everyone's beloved Mando, of course, the Mandalorian. Um, this is a heroic, cunning leader. I want to say hero all the time, but I know we're supposed to call them leaders, right? Right.
yeah.
So when you play an upgrade, you may exhaust this leader, and if you do, exhaust an enemy unit with 4 HP or less remaining, which is,
Oh,
fine. It's not terrible.
that's for this side ability. I think, yeah, I rate this. This
Okay.
is this is a good card. This is a good card.
Well, for 6 resources, it
It's very
flips
controlled.
into
Oh,
even
what
more
does it
control.
do? All
So
right.
for 6 resources
So this
becomes
is in the starter, right?
well, yeah. So for 6 resources becomes a 4/7 bounty hunter Mandalorian. When you play an upgrade, you may exhaust an enemy unit with 6 HP or less.
This is just so much control, isn't it?
It really is.
This
It's
is this is just so much. And when you consider the kind of upgrades you can play, I think this is actually going to be a pretty potent leader. Like
mm,
this brings in snapshot reflexes and all the stuff that really wasn't seeing much play before,
yeah.
as well as like
I can't help but feel that uh, I mean, when it comes to hero and cunning, we didn't really see a deck take off that was a cunning leader. Han started taking off like very late, let's be honest. Um,
mm.
and we also didn't really see anything that was too heavily based around upgrades. So obviously
And
this
the
set,
really control. It's the fact that this is a control leader in yellow.
yeah,
Like yellow heroism didn't have a control leader; it had a tempo leader, but it kind of wanted to ramp in control, right?
hmm
Which you kind of want to do because you got like traitorous and stuff. So like, I feel like Mando is going to go well with command because he's got the ability to control the board, and I think there's. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think there's a couple upgrades in green, right?
there is.
I don't know what. I,
I
I can't think of them off the top of my head.
yeah, I don't have them in front of me, but there definitely is 100%. So
There's like obviously there's traders. This thing is really strong. In a trader's turn,
hmm.
even with the other side ability on 5, this is so strong.
Yeah, look, steal one of your opponent's dudes and then slap them with their own dude because of traitors sounds like a pretty good plan. Plus the amount of like bounty stuff in this set, including upgrades that allow you to like bounty units and stuff. So I mean, there's just so many cool possibilities.
Yeah, I agree. This is a good card. I'd
hmm
give it, and I'll give it a rating out of 5.
I'm
I
not even
think that
bothering with ratings.
I'm gonna rate it. So I'm on record. I think this is a 3.5 out of 5 for
Okay.
a leader.
Next one is Hondo. It's,
Okay.
it's funny because he doesn't look like a Honda to me. Oh, Hondo, never mind. So when you play a card using Smuggle, very important, you may exhaust this leader, and if you do, give an experience token to a unit. Again, another leader that flips on 6, this time for a 3/7. Um,
I'm gonna have to see some smuggle cards before I can rate this, but I expect this to be good.
there is some smuggle we've seen so far that's fine. I wouldn't say there's been smuggle that's really good. There's a couple that are that look pretty powerful. But generally speaking, when the smuggle cost is more than the actual play cost, so I don't know. I mean,
Well, you're drawing a card, right? In this case, you're drawing a card and getting experience. Is the advantage.
yes, technically speaking, but you're also having to spend resources to draw that card.
Yeah. I mean, that's right. You're paying 2 mana and drawing a card. Now you're paying 2 mana, drawing a card, and getting experience.
Well, that's not
That's as far
necessarily.
as.
No, that's not necessarily true. Smuggle isn't like Magic.
Oh yeah, I suppose.
So Smuggle has its own particular cost. It's not just 2 resources.
Oh yeah.
Like
But so from what I've heard, Smuggle is typically costed 2 more than a regular card of what it does.
1 or 2,
Like for
yeah,
the
pretty much. That's
yeah.
that's why I'm like, I don't know how good it's really going to be. We'll have to actually see it
Oh
in the
right, because it
flesh.
pushes it later in the game a lot more.
Yes. Now on the backside, Raid 1, when you play a card using Smuggle, you may give an experience token to a unit.
Still does the same thing, except for you can just use it multiple times right at turn.
Same
And
thing.
rating. I mean, we've seen this before, right? This leader is basically Leia, right? But just with 1 extra health.
No. No, not at all. Leia is so much better than this, because Leia is the high, I'm gonna attack you with another unit.
Yeah. No, but
Like
I mean the stats.
Leia
We're
is.
talking about the
Well, I mean,
things. Leia's a 3/6. This is a
yeah, but
3.
you can't really. That's just like saying if we ignored the text box, which you can't. Like it, this is
I'm
just
trying.
so much.
I'm trying to break down the card and then one thing at a time, and then evaluate abilities versus abilities. So I think this ability is weaker than Leia's ability.
I think this card
Um,
is a 1. Like until we see some good smuggle, this is a 1.
I'm going to put it at 2, and I will downgrade it if I see terrible smuggle.
And we'll see
I
how we
don't think
go
this
at
is going, I
pre-release.
think this is going to be a draft leader.
Next up is good Boba Fett.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Whenever you play a unit that has 1 or more keywords, you may exhaust this leader, and if you do, give a friendly unit +1/+0. Now, I want to point out, when you play a unit that has 1 or more keywords, give a friendly unit, not the same one, a friendly unit, +1/+0. Now, it's not something you can do multiple times a turn, so don't even think about that. Oh, and this is another one that flips on 6, by the way, for a 4/7. Seems like a theme, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This side is fine. I'm not going to say it's great. I can see this being played with a whole heap of stuff that's either raid or sentinel. Looking at the back, each other friendly unit that has 1 or more keywords gets +1/+0.
How many friends are you keywords?
Un-
It feels like you have to give keywords to your units to do this, right?
so I mean you can give keywords to units, right? Like raid and stuff like that. But that's not the point.
Yeah.
The problem here is it's not for each keyword, which would have actually made it good. Like, okay,
Oh,
cool. They only get +1/+0.
oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not
No,
good. No, this is a 1 or this
yeah,
is a 1.
this is a 1 as well. Yeah,
I
exactly.
can't build around this. Like 2 keywords is an enormously
hmm
costed thing.
And this is at least a common and not a rare leader, so not terrible, but I mean, I'm probably going to draft with this for sure. This is
Oh
definitely
God,
a draft leader.
what does this leader do out down the track when they do what Magic does, where they turn things into keywords that weren't
Doesn't
keywords originally?
It doesn't matter because it'll still only give +1/+0.
Yeah, but it will enable other cards in the future that weren't part of the deck originally. Oh, this is weird.
It's just keywords though. It's not going to break anything. Like unless
No,
it.
it's not gonna break anything. I'm just saying the card's weird. Like it will be played with different things as different things get moved in and out of
Well,
keywords.
that's the thing. I don't even know if it will. Like, I,
Yeah.
I would like to see somebody try and break this because at this point it's just like you're just
Oh
giving
no, this,
everything
this
static
isn't
one
good.
attack.
No, a 4/7 is not good for this
No.
effect. 4/7
Uh,
with that is
this,
not the
however, and I know that you're gonna love Kylo Ren as an
It's not a
action.
person. Yeah, I mean, I like him. I'm liking the hands.
Uh,
I'm excited for him.
wait for it.
And
As an
give a
action,
unit.
tap and discard a card from your hand to give a unit +2/+0 for this phase, right?
Uh-huh.
Flips on 4 for a 5/4.
Ooh, that's real early.
That is real early and he's going to die real fast. But if you can keep him alive somehow, this unit gets -1/-0 for each card in your hand.
Oh my god, it's a.
Wait, think about that. What are you going to be playing this with?
Hang on.
Force
Just,
strokes?
well,
Force
yeah,
throws?
force throw, yeah.
Right? So you're going to force throw,
Force
discard
throw.
a
Do you
card
know
from your
what
hand, blow something up, and then smack with Kylo?
I mean, Kylo coming out of 4 as a 5/4 is massive. That's huge. And he's a force unit, so you can fuck
The
the
force
force.
part is the part that I think is going to make him really good.
And
Um,
early force unit, like, we've already seen that Chirrut on 5 has game,
mhm,
and this is on 4.
yes. And when
Like,
we get to his ship, you'll understand a little bit what they're trying to go for. And I haven't seen any other discard cards yet, but I imagine that there is going to be more. Well, let's call it what it is. It's madness. It's stolen from Magic. It's madness. So hopefully we'll see more madness cards. But yeah,
I don't know
uh,
how fast you can ditch your hand, though, and does this ditching your hand get you enough? I'm not sure. It's gonna have to be a deck design around this.
well, here's the problem. Black one is heroic,
Yes.
so that's a problem in itself. So you're going to have a way to restock your hand, but also you're going to have a way to keep your hand low enough so that if somebody attacks into Kylo, that he doesn't just fall over and die. So you're probably going to have to play some upgrades to keep him alive, to give him, extra padding on his health, yeah, extra attack. It's a whole thing. But he's
You want him with a four lightsaber. Like as a 3/4, even after playing the four lightsaber, a
Mm,
6/7 on turn 4 attacking is just game winning. That
yes,
is broken.
that's the point. Like
Um
this is what I would probably consider to be ultra aggressive.
and I think you just treat the ability as like a nice upside if you happen to be low on cards and don't
Mhm.
think about it too much.
Yep. And
And
I
just use
also
the fact.
think that
Yeah.
you probably play this with something like troopers, like a trooper deck.
Like what? Like the what I played in the budget game.
Yeah, kind of
Warfare.
sort of like
Well, he's
attacking
not
with it.
Imperial, is he? He's First Order, so that makes him different, yeah?
Yes, but I mean, it's not him that you're worrying about. It's the units that he plays, right? Because
Oh, yeah, yeah.
you want things to make you discard. You want cheap units that can attack. You want Imperial units so that you can give them experience. You want trooper units so that your Imperials can like give them basically attack orders so that they can just like swing into your opponent. There's a whole heap of stuff. I haven't thought about this full deck yet, but I think that Kylo Ren is going to be super interesting, and I think that he will be considered in the meta.
I think he'll find a place in the meta, but I don't think he's going to find it immediately. Maybe
Oh no,
some.
not immediately. Somebody will
This
crack
is
it.
this is something that's going to take a while. I think this is a slow burn for as far as the deck, even though he's fast.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Next one, Bo-Katan Kreese. This is on the other side because this is the heroic aggression one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So action tap. If you attacked with a Mandalorian unit this phase, deal 1 damage to a unit.
I'm going to say it now. This is broken if there's good Mandalorians. This is broken
You
ability.
remember how I said with this,
Yeah,
I
without
can't
playing
imagine
the
this
others,
being any good unless there was good Mandalorians to back it up.
Yes.
There's good Mandalorians to back it up. We're going to get there.
Well, I ain't calling this card a 5. This is insane on this side alone.
I'm not going to give
I'd
it a
like to
5.
believe.
I'm going to stick it at the 3 because to me this is pinging shields off to start off with, and then deploying on 6 for a 4/7. On the backside, however, on attack you may deal 1 damage to a unit if you attacked with another Mandalorian unit this phase. You may deal 1 damage to a unit.
Damn, double ping on attack.
Double ping.
This is
And
crazy.
same
This is
unit
crazy. This
or
is
a different
baby.
unit. So
This
she
is
really
winner.
is going to be the best way to pick off low health units, pick off shields. Yeah, I think she can be potentially really, really good. Comes out on 6 as a 4/7, which means that she doesn't die immediately to a lot of stuff, which is great. Um, a bit slow because it's coming out like what, turn 5 pretty much. But
Yeah.
this is definitely a mid-range card and not an aggressive card. Like I would squarely put this in mid-range for sure.
Oh yeah, mid range. I mean, the deck I'm talking about isn't aggression. Isn't
Hmm,
the like rebels. The classic rebels deck.
exactly. So next one is the man himself.
Science. 2/5 shielded Imperial official. Action. Choose a unit. This phase, it gains bounty. Heal 5 damage from a base. When that unit is defeated or captured, its opponent collects its bounty. This phase, against bounty, heal 5 unit. When a unit is defeated or captured, it makes out space. Alright, so you tap.
Yeah,
You have an action which you can't do when you first play it, but you can do it on succeeding turn, which you can because he's shielded.
correct.
Shielded 2/5 for 3 is fantastic stats.
Yeah,
The ability to essentially heal if you say, I'm going to kill that unit, and then you do go kill that unit, and you get healing.
and
This is a
also
very good. This is a very good control card.
this isn't just a good control card. This basically looks at Sabine and laughs because
Yeah.
like it's 2/5. Sabine
Oh
is
yeah.
gonna
Just thinking
have fun trying to kill this thing. Like first off, shielded. Regardless if shielded is still a 2/5 for 3. So I mean, let's say you're popping it down on turn 2, right? And then on turn 3, you can heal 5 damage from a base if you need to. You're not going to play it that early, obviously. You're going to hold him back a little bit. But yeah, I think that this is really quite strong, quite good. Especially the fact that it's also an official and imperial is something to take note of.
Can you remind me? Is the 2/5 shielded that we have cost 3? I believe it. We have a 2/4 shielded that costs 3.
Do you know what its name is?
Can council? No. God, I haven't played it. I can't think of its name. It's the God. The dudes with the hats, and they got like the. I gotta have to look it up.
I
I
was
don't
going to
have
say,
it from.
you're trying to describe a card to somebody who's legally blind and who really generally doesn't actually look at the art that much.
I mean, you can see when you hold it in just the right place. You can.
Exactly.
Nah, one of them. I'm thinking of 2 cards. There's a 2/5 shielded and a 2. It's either 2/5 or a 2/4 shielded, and a 2/5 or a 2/4 shielded. Sorry, not shielded. Sentinel.
Hmm.
I can't think of them. They're not played a lot, but this card is just strictly better than them. I think.
Yeah. Speaking of better, you want to read us out?
Quill. Fringe. Restore 1. Nice. On attack. Discard a card from your deck. If it shares an aspect with your base, return it to your hand. So on attack, draw a card. Fantastic. I like this.
Yeah, pretty much. On attack,
Just
probably draw a card.
play mono blue, and it draws a card. Easy.
Or, and hear me out, Play it in your Mandalorian deck with an R2D2, and make sure that
Oh
you
yeah,
can probably always hit the mark. Maybe. This
yeah. This
is
goes with R2 and C3PO, doesn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
So this being a 2 for 2 3 restore 1. I mean,
It's already good. Like good
it's an
math.
Arc 170 on the ground. Like, it's
Yeah.
already good, right?
Yeah.
I think Arc restores, what, 2 instead of 1 from memory? So this only restores 1, but that's fine as well
No,
because.
Arc's one. I'm pretty sure Arc's one.
Oh, well, there you go. I would have no problem chucking upgrades on this bad boy just to make sure he sticks around. Yeah, I think that
Yeah,
this card is really
because he
good.
replenishes himself. He replenishes himself.
Yeah,
Like the other cards you want to boss, it's like Ezra and the
exactly.
ones that are gonna do
I
something when they
have
stick around.
spoken.
Yeah.
The next one is the sexy one.
Oh, Rose. Let's go. All right, 2/6 for 4 shielded. Oh, that's a big butt. On attack, you may defeat a shield token on a friendly unit. If you do, give it 2 experience tokens to that unit. She can defeat her own shield and give herself 2 XP.
Mm-hmm.
What does that make this? This makes a 4-mana 2/6 that goes to what, a 4/8 if it defeats its own shield? That's a lot. That's a lot of numbers.
That is a lot of
And
numbers.
there's a lot of numbers. There is a lot of ways to get value out of shields in blue.
Question: what's the best way to get values out of shields in blue?
Luke.
Mm-hmm. What does Luke
Um
do on attack as a unit when he turns into a unit?
yeah, he gives shields. So yeah, like this is the basis for my Hera deck for Twin Suns, right? So you attack with Hera and give experience. So this is the same thing. You're like just pumping up stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
I really
much.
like this. I,
This
I
is
rate
really
this
good.
card.
Yeah,
This is a
I
solid
think
card.
this is for me probably gonna be some sort of, again, mid-rangey, like not I want to say stompy deck, but like stompy implies some level of aggression. I mean, realistically, this is definitely a cool mid-range deck with a lot of healing, a lot of shielding, and I think that Rose is going to end up being really good. It's funny because when the spoiler first dropped, a lot of people were like, "Oh, this is shit. This is crap," and a couple of us were pointing out like, "Yeah, but what about Luke?" And they were like, "Oh shit, this is good." It's like, yeah, this is good.
But
This is
and we've
very
just
good.
seen another really good shielded card to
Yeah,
Kagan the Client. We've
exactly.
also we've also got like I rate this card. It's the color is a bit awkward because of a few things. Like we need more removal for this color.
Mm.
Um, like good removal. Like they've got Power of the Dark Side in dark blue, right? So we need something like that. So you kind of fight back against it. Um, that's what I'd like to see in this color at some point.
Yeah,
This color
exactly.
scheme. But as far as units go, I really rate that. That's fantastic.
Yeah, speaking of,
Ooh.
you want to read this one out?
Okay. It's a 3/5 for 5, so poor stats. But when played, give a shield token of each up to 3 Mandalorian units, including itself. So it
Remember,
is a
remember
5
what we were
shield.
talking about with like, hopefully there's good Mandalorian units.
Yeah.
This is one of them.
I mean, this is just solid. This is just so solid. Chuck this and stick that on your your leader,
Mm-hmm.
and good. Like again, this is a card. Is it win more? It has to be good if it hits one Mandalorian unit, right? Is
Yeah,
this good if it hits one Mandalorian unit with shield? Would you play a 5-mana 3/5 shielded that shields one unit on the field? And I think the answer is probably yes.
two
And its upside, if
units.
it ever hits 3 units, it's broken. But you're
Okay,
winning the
so
game.
and remember, this is she hits herself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So it needs to hit one other unit
yeah,
to
exactly.
be. So you
But I
need one
mean,
other Mandalorian on the board. And from what I've heard, you say there's going to be Mandalorians on the
there's
board.
there's
So
definitely going to be Mandalorians on the board. Absolutely, there's a whole deck for them for sure. Speaking of Mandalorians,
All right. Here we go. The Mandalorian, the unit, the legend. All right.
the Sentinel.
6 mana, 5/6. All right. It is Obi-Wan Kenobi.
It is Obi-Wan
5,
Kenobi.
6, 10, 10. Okay. You may heal all damage for a unit that costs 2 or less and give 2 shield tokens units to it. Well, we've already seen that shield tokens are sitting in itself in this set. So that makes this rating go up when you consider the other shield tokens.
Mhm.
Is it better than Obi-Wan Kenobi? In certain decks, it will be. But Obi is fantastic already, and this is, again, fantastic. That
You-
6 cost slot
Mhm.
is very good. Like, I wouldn't say they're competing with each other. I think you're making a choice of which one you want.
You are making a choice for sure. I think that this goes squarely in the Mandalorian deck itself. Like, sorry, in the Mandalorian deck himself, right? Like,
Yeah.
you'd play this in Din Djarin. You're not playing this in any other, in any other deck. Generally speaking, just looking at the set so far, considering that shields are an upgrade token, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a whole thing. The fact that this is legendary, I don't think this is gonna hit Luke price. The fact that this is you're either choosing this or you're choosing Luke. I think that this is probably going to be
You
like
can run both of those, surely. Luke 7.
Luke is 7, but
6.
I don't know if I would play both this and Luke. That just feels a bit too much. Like even in the current Luke deck, you only play like 1 or 2 Obies.
Yeah, true. I mean, I don't know that this goes in the Luke deck, but Luke as a unit is just strong enough to play in any
Yeah.
white deck.
Well, and that's the other thing. Like this goes in the Mandalorian deck so that you can give the 2 shield tokens to your Grogu.
Yeah, no, it's also Grogu. I don't know what Grogu does yet. I haven't seen what Grogu does, but it's to give him to
I didn't load him
Sabine.
up.
Just give
Yeah.
him to Sabine, right? Sabine with 2 shields. Crazy.
Speaking of bounties,
Sorry.
t-
The
t-
other
t-
point for that
t-
card.
yep.
So can we go back? Can we go back, please? It's when played. It's not when died.
No,
So
it's
it
when
is
played.
strictly proactive.
Yep.
Okay, sorry, I didn't realize that. All right,
No, that's okay.
that makes it better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
To top target. Get it? Because the movie and the never mind. Attached unit gains bounty. Heal 4 damage from a unit or base. If this unit is unique, heal 6 damage instead. I like this. I am a fan that it doesn't seem to actually have a downside for some reason. It is 1 for a 0/0 upgrade. Well, I should say bounty condition. It's not actually an upgrade. It is technically an upgrade, actually. I
No, it's an
don't.
upgrade in important ways. You can
Yeah,
tap down things.
yeah, exactly. It is an upgrade. Top of the card, not the bottom of the card.
Yeah,
Blind man strikes again.
heal 6 damage instead.
So
All
you
right,
slap it on your opponent's.
this is a 1 mana. This is 1 mana heal. Like people play repair. This
Yep,
is repair, but slightly better.
it's a better repair. Yeah, especially
And
if you
it
can
has
chuck it on a
upgrade.
unique.
Yeah.
Exactly.
As long as you've got a target to kill, like repair, yeah. So if you're playing this card against aggro,
It's also not restricted by villainy or heroism, so it is going to go into either side of those decks.
yeah,
Also going to
great
be
card.
really good in
This
Twin
will see
Suns.
play. This will see play for sure.
Speaking of Mandalorians, Mandalorian armor. This upgrade costs 2. This gives +1/+3 attached to a non-vehicle unit, and when played, if attached unit is a Mandalorian, give a shield token. Pretty easy, pretty cheap.
This
Good
is the
upgrade.
easy auto include in these upgrade decks, I
Yep.
think.
Just auto include for sure.
Yeah. The thing is, because it's putting 2 things as well, like the remove 1 upgrade, you're still playing 2 for a shield. I don't know, that's not worth, but people don't take 1 mana for a shield, so kind of hard, but still, I don't know. The
I think
+3 health makes it because it pulls like basically every card out of takedown range.
Yep, I think it's really good.
Yeah.
Next up is Unexpected Escape. This is another Vigilance Blue. Yes, this is another event that has no hero or villainy. It's just simply one cost, exhaust a unit, and you may rescue a captured card guarded by that unit.
So captured is when you kill a bounty target. Is that correct?
No, so captured is there's a specific thing that says like when you play a card, it captures a unit. There's a specific capture thing that then
Oh,
if you
like
kill
a
that,
chain sentence.
yeah, there's a whole thing about like capturing and bounty.
So capturing is like you take the card and you kind of detain it. It
Yeah,
goes into exile for a bit
correct.
underneath the other, right?
Yeah,
And then when that leaves play, the other thing returns.
yes. So
Okay,
this
all
is
right.
tap down
So
that
it's like
unit and then
it's like
capture your card back, basically.
yeah. Okay. I understand. All right. So
I
this can
can't.
rescue a captured. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, look, I can't tell you how good this is going to be. I only included this because of the one cost exhaust unit sounds pretty good. The unfortunate thing is it doesn't keep it tapped down for the next phase. So during the ready phase, it's just going to ready back up again. So it is just literally like, I just want to tap your dude down so it doesn't hit me, or I want to tap your dude down so I can get my dude back.
This is a tech. This is a tech card. Like
It's a tech card
this
for
may
sure.
have been a side card if capture becomes a big deal.
Yeah.
This will be a sideboard card in that
Speaking
case.
of cards that should be better than they are, but is fine. Don't know why this isn't a common, but sure. Fell the Dragon. This is an event tactic for 4. Defeat a non-leader unit that with 5 or more power.
I don't know how I feel about this.
We've spoken about this before, and I remember that we were talking about how it was kind of good in situations, but generally speaking, just isn't. I mean, number
How
one,
often? Like making okay, so it costs 1 less than Vanquish.
yeah,
But does it even matter? Because the point at which you're playing this in the game isn't turn 4;
no,
it's turn 6.
yeah,
At the point at which you're playing Vanquish anyway.
yeah.
So does this card even does the 4 dropping it by 1 cost for that downside even matter? I
Mhm.
don't I don't think it does, and that downside is pretty big. Like how much can you do with that extra 1 mana later in the game? Like maybe
That's
a bit.
yeah,
But
exactly.
for the drop in like flexibility of the card, I don't see it unless there's like a really obvious target for Fell the Dragon to hit in the meta. This is something that
Well,
probably doesn't go in a deck.
hold on to your balls because we'll get there.
Oh, okay. Here comes the dragon. I see.
Here comes the
I guess.
dragon. Palpatine's return. This is a 6-cost command villainy. Play a unit from your discard pile. It costs 6 less. Is that 6? I'm pretty sure that costs 6 less.
Oh,
I
it
can't
blew
read
up
it.
on my screen.
Yeah. Damn you and your shitty. Upload high resolutions. Damn it.
I
FFG, you
can't.
should know better.
Honestly, I can't read it either. On a phone screen. Do you want me to look at the? So I because it says instead, but both look like the same number on
Yeah,
my screen. It must
exactly.
be 5 and 8.
Okay, so play a unit from your discard pile. It costs 6 less. If it's a Force unit, play Vader. It costs 8 less instead. Or Palpatine. I mean, look, this is a huge, huge reduction. Like,
Yeah.
you get to play this on turn 5.
I mean, this is the taste of Reanimator, right? You use Palpatine.
This is if I wanted to play Kylo Ren
You force throw your unit away, and then Palpatine's return the
or use my
favor.
ability to pitch it, or one of the other ways.
Yeah, this is there's some things here. There's some things here. Yeah. I see where you get here.
Hey Corey, what would you say if I said to you on turn 5 you can reanimate Darth Vader from your discard pile?
I mean, that's the thing, right? You pitch the card at them with force through, deal 7
Uh-huh.
damage,
Now, hey
and
Corey,
and then you bring it back. Oh my god, this is
what
disgusting.
if I
This
told
is
you you could do this on turn 4?
with the event reduction.
No.
Wait,
Just using like what is it? Resupply and what's his name?
the super laser attack.
Super laser
Just
attack.
ramping.
Just
Yeah,
just
you can
just by
ramp.
ramping.
Yeah. This is a fantastic card.
This is a fantastic card. This is
Um,
really
this
good.
does have a fail situation though.
Mm-hmm.
This does have a fail situation. What's that fail situation? It gets caught in your hand and you resource it. I mean, that's always the thing of these cards that are situational. That are situationally really good. Is that this
Okay.
game lets you
Yes,
resource them
but
away.
and the yes but would be I get that, but Han Casino Sevens.
I mean, okay. So the other thing is that you don't actually. Okay, sure. The upside with the force unit, but it also just pays 6 for a 6+ unit from your grave.
Yeah.
So
Just
like the
remember, no,
worst
no, no.
case,
Just remember, it
you can bring
costs
back like
Corey. It costs 6 less.
yeah,
You can play any unit from your discard pile, and you just have to
yeah.
pay the difference.
Yeah. So you can pay a 7 for 6. Yeah. So you can play. Yeah, and it is a unit, so you can resurrect your like devastators and stuff with it.
Yes.
It's a very flexible card. All right, I see it. No,
Yeah.
this is great card. I like this card.
This is not legendary for some reason, and I don't understand.
That could easily be a legendary. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's because it's situational. I think they want legendaries to be just plain like you don't have to think about them to make them
Yeah,
good.
well, if they wanted to do that, they shouldn't have done modal legendaries. Just saying. Um, so next up, we have a 3-cost command heroic Sundari Peacekeeper. This is a Mandalorian trooper with a really crappy art that I think looks bad, but that's me. Um, very much sorry to the artist. Raid 2, so it gets +2/+0 while attacking, and also Restore 2. It's a
Good.
1/5 for
Yep.
3. It is technically a 3/5 when it's attacking for 3. Wait a second, it's
What
technically a
restore to?
3/5 while it's attacking for 3 with Restore 2, plus it has the heroic symbol. So you're going to be playing it in red green, and your red one's
This thing's
going to also going
fantastic.
to give it raid 1.
This thing's broken. I
And
always love
then
this card.
uh-huh. And then you're gonna be giving it like shields from stuff, and it's just gonna, stick around on the field
We
forever.
knew that raid is fantastic. This is played in like this is the kind of card that you'd play in like red green layer. Honestly,
Yeah.
like this is
Except
good
it's not.
enough.
I mean, it's not a rebel, so
Oh, it's not a rebel. Yeah, I see.
eh. Next
Yeah.
one.
You start to get into that conundrum. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. I have to think about
Yeah.
these things. Everything isn't a rebel.
The Kuraz Heavy Freighter. Yeah. 4 mana for a 3/3 vehicle fighter with Overwhelm, and on attack you can exhaust another friendly unit, and if you do, this unit gets +3/+0 for this attack.
Eh,
It's
eh.
fine. It's fine. This is nothing to write home about. It kills a lot of stuff, which is great.
It deals damage to base,
Yeah, I think that
but
this
it deals damage
is
to base on turn 5. I don't know. I don't like this unit.
no, I'm not a big fan of this one. I think that if anything, this one is just going to be a backup in a Mandalorian deck, maybe because the overwhelm. If you put a shield on this and you just attack it into, your opponent's green A-wing or whatever, and tap a unit that you control down so that you can deal the extra damage is fine. But I mean, I'm not.
I don't
I,
know. This
I got better things to do on turn 4.
tapping it on your own unit is usually worse than it gets you. So this plays next to the Consortium Star Viper because you want initiative and the take
Mhm.
initiative deck.
Mhm.
But even then, this isn't worth 4 mana. That's my take.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
worth 4.
No, it's really not. Next one. Price on your head. This is an upgrade for 2 in the command. Attached unit gains bounty. Put the top card of your deck into play as a resource. That's it. It's just it's 2 kill something and get a resource.
What if we got 2 mana ramp here?
Yes, 2 mana ramp.
Well, at least they didn't put it in black. I mean, that's good.
Yeah, and also this
that
actually
would be fun.
costs resources, so you know.
Sorry, you attach it to the opponent's card and then kill it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it doesn't cost anything, it just costs 2.
Yeah, but it costs you a card from your hand as well.
But yeah, it's resupply with an extra step, but it costs
Yes.
points.
That's it. It is 1 less. It is resupply, but with an extra step.
I love it. It's a great card. All ramps, good ramp in this game.
I'm
That's what
okay.
we've seen.
I'm okay with it. I can't wait to see if it works. This one, however, from Kylo. Yeah, Kylo's Tie Silencer. This is a 2 resource aggression villainy 3/2. So 2 for a 3/2 with basically madness as an action though. Action: if this unit was discarded from your hand or deck this phase, play it from your discard pile, paying its cost.
Wow.
This is
Okay.
really good
Okay,
if
there
you
you
ask
go.
me.
This goes in the deck.
Yep.
Nice.
Discard a card from my hand because of Kylo's ability, so that when Kylo flips, he's a little bit better. The only thing that I don't like about this one is that it doesn't come in ready, and I really think to make this like super cool, it should have come in ready, and instead it comes in
Mm,
tapped, and it's a legendary as well. So
yeah, it's weird that this is legendary.
it is weird that it's a
But
legendary. I feel like this is going to be one of those, not bulk legendaries, but it's certainly going to be like Black One was for a while, until people actually figure out that it's good. But I feel like there's
no,
probably
this
going to
is
be.
definitely good. This is definitely good. You're
Oh, it's definitely
basically
good.
you are drawing a card. Like if we say drawing a card is worth 2, which most of the smuggle stuff says, I think drawing a card is worth 1.
Hmm.
So I'd say drawing card is worth 1 to me.
Yep.
So we're saying 1 mana to put a 3/2 on the board. I think that's
Yep.
great.
Yep. Exactly. I think it's really good. Next one is Wrecker. 6 mana for a Fringe clone. This is a 7/6 aggression heroic with Overwhelm. Now, I just want to point out here that it's 6 mana, so it's ECLable as well. When played, you may defeat a friendly resource. If you do, deal 5 damage to a ground unit.
Yeah, I mean you see all this. It's got overwhelm.
It's
It's got
it's got
7
Overwhelm.
damage.
Yep.
It does things. I think that this is fine.
Yep. I don't think this is great, but I think
I
that
don't
this
think
is
this is
playable.
insane. I don't think this is insane, but like you know, you don't care about destroying your own resources in this color,
No, you
especially
really
when
don't.
you finish things off.
Yeah. This to me is kind of like clearing the way for your smaller units to be able to get through.
Oh, it
So,
hits leaders. He
mm.
hits leaders. The 5.
Next we
Yep.
have 2 for a good old cunning upgrade. This is Boba Fett's armor, because, Boba Fett cunning needed more help apparently. Sure. Attached to a non-vehicle unit. If attached unit is Boba Fett and damage would be dealt to him, any damage by the way, prevent 2 of that damage and gives him +2/+2. The
Oh,
reason
thanks.
that this is
They put a
good.
card in my vote deck. Fantastic.
Yes. They put an auto include. It's not on attack, it's not on defense like that we've seen. So I mean, this is just straight up like if Boba gets
Yeah.
dealt damage, reduce 2 of it. Like, wow.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of this card. I'm just like,
Your Boba just doesn't disappear. the heck? You
Yep.
flip your boba, chuck the armor at him. GG.
Yep.
Doesn't get killed instantly. You're like, oh look at all the battery I have. Let's just play everything.
It's almost like, do you have a way to deal with this?
This-
Can you even attack this anymore?
Okay, let's say Boba Fett's armor, and then you just give Boba Sense. You can like literally Voltron your Boba now.
Yeah, pretty much.
You can like play like the Chewy strategy with Boba. Oh my god, there's so many things to explore there.
Hey, speaking of Mandalorian units,
ooh,
Razor Crest.
like
this is from the starter deck. This is 4 resources.
I love this ship design in the.
This is 4 resources for a 3/4. This is of course Vigilance Heroic, has Restore 2, which is already makes it solid. When played, you can return an upgrade from your discard pile to your hand.
Okay, just play it. Forehead is easy. You just put it down. Easy. You have any upgrades?
This is just automatic upgrade.
I think even without when played, a 3/4 Restore 2 would still be played.
Yeah.
3/4 line we've seen lines up against.
What is going on with your audio?
Oh. Is that better?
That is better, because he just kept fading away like a bad jump shot.
Sorry. Yeah, 3/4 auto include, just play it. It's Restore. Even if you don't hit the upgrade, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So, how about this one then?
Wait, put the other. What? Oh, wow.
It costs 5 less and enters play ready.
Hang on, wait. This is just 3 mana. Get your. This is Boston. What the heck? Why is this card? There's no way. I think it's because I suppose there was no real great vehicle decks in the previous ones, but there was the startings of it, of vehicle synergy. This has just pushed it to another level. Why is it in these colors though?
Yeah. Because Boba apparently needed more playthings.
Because Boba wants to get his not Slave 1 out. What's it called? Fett's Fire Spray?
Fett's Fire Spray.
And that's the main target hits in that deck. But I don't. Maybe it's not consistent enough to play in that deck, but surely there is a deck with more vehicles that run this now.
Not in the current Boba list, depending on which, like Boba Green. In the Boba Cunning deck, however, which does, I think, main strafing and some other ships.
Yeah, strafing.
Like this is pretty good. Sorry, yeah. I just wanted to bring that one to your attention, and that is it.
If that hits, it is insane.
It's really good. It's really good. But
I suppose the worst case you're paying 3 mana for a 3/2 shielded.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I think
Dude,
that was it. We just went through 30 cards.
Oh my god.
And we have 10 minutes left if we want to keep going, which, that doesn't really matter. The point that I wanted to make was I said going into this set that I wasn't sure if they could meet the expectations from set 1, because set 1 was actually surprisingly good with the selections that they made. Not with the characters, because that's a whole thing of itself. There's so many characters, there's no way that they're going to run out of characters. I mean, I think they're up to set 9 that they're designing at the moment. The big thing is trying to continue the hype machine from one set to the other without neglecting the first set, but making the second set so damn unique that you go, oh wow, this is very different. And I think that they nailed that.
Well, I've seen it. They're doing it with tribes, and I think that's a great way of doing it. They just You move across the crowd. Well, the rebel stuff doesn't work in the Mandalorian deck. You're not longer rebels, right? So you do it with tribes, and I like this strategy because it means that there's enough crossover pieces, but it feels like you're playing something different. But it doesn't feel like you've left your old good stuff behind
Exactly.
as well. Nah, I think this is a good balance from what I've seen of thing. I'm excited. I'm going to every pre-release one. Going to all of them.
Yeah, I think that this is going to be really good. Like just looking at it, like there is a lot of cards that I want to play. I definitely. So here's my thing, right? So with the first set, I looked at the starter and I was like, it's okay. With this one, I'm looking at the starter and I'm like, there's two legitimate decks in the starters that I want to build and play, especially the Mando and Grogu one, because that just seems really fun and hugely thematic. Like, you've got your Razor Crest and you've got Mando and Grogu, you got your upgrades, which is basically like, hey, look at me, I'm getting my Beskar armor together. Like, it just seems really cool. Really cool.
I like that they saved this for the second set where there was room to do all the Mandalorian stuff justice, like they didn't try to, fit bits and pieces of it in.
Yeah.
They just had
And
the
and the
like I
other thing
appreciate
Yeah, the other thing that like we still haven't seen some of the leaders, so there might still be some really cool leaders coming up that we don't know about. Um, the the pre-orders started dropping today at some places, and apparently there's going to be some sort of promo when you buy a box. That's going to be interesting because I don't think that they've really spoken about that. The Gen Con promo that drops at Gen Con, like what? It's like a couple of weeks away. Is Grogu full out promo, which looks absolutely adorable. I don't know
awesome.
how we're gonna get those, but I'm sure that hopefully there'll be some at PAX, and I can wrangle my board game friends to go and try it out and get me some promos. Try and leverage my friends again. Um,
Does that involve going outside? Yeah, that involves going to PAX. I don't know that I can manage that.
no, that's why I'm gonna wrangle friends to do it because I as much as I would like to, it's very expensive to go to PAX, and would I rather buy a box or go to PAX? I'd rather buy a fucking
I'd
box. What are you talking
rather-
about?
Yeah, for
But
sure.
it's interesting. So we haven't seen Ray yet, as far as I'm aware. We've seen Kylo though. We haven't seen Kylo's lightsaber. If Kylo's in the set, definitely his lightsaber has to be in the set.
Yeah. All
We've
right.
seen
Well,
Poe. We've seen
I've got to
Rose.
go. I'm at the end of my time limit.
Mm-hmm.
What I can do. Um, I would. I'm excited for Poe. I think Poe is a really cool card.
Yeah,
6/6 for 5, fantastic.
exactly.
All right. I will see you guys later.
Yeah. Bye, everyone. Thanks for hanging.